Welcome to Riverbend Talon on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Another edition of Riverbend Town on the Big Z. I'm Bash. Pigpen's here.
I am here. And we are brought to you by Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance and Halpin Music Company.
That is
for a long time now. So thanks to both of them. Go out and buy you a brand new guitar from Halpin Music and then call Macias Insurance and have Matt V insure that sucker for you.
Yeah. Did he return your call today?
About the building I burnt down? No,
I don't know.
Yeah, he did return my call. He called me and said he just got off the phone with you. So there you go. All I wanted to know is who was going to be our guest tonight because he wasn't telling me. He was supposed to be setting up some guys from Stubblefield because they got a big show coming up.
We got one.
They're all
Stubblefield.
chicken. No. Joe's not here on behalf of Stubblefield
tonight.
Joe Cox of Stubblefield is here, but he's here on behalf of Channel 3 because,
Right, he's a crossover.
He's a crossover, and Jeff Bensman was kind of sitting in, but it wasn't Andy Bensman, it was only Jeff,
That's
so,
right.
Probably wasn't working out too much.
We do hope he's listening.
So there you go. We do have, so what's happening is, the night before Thanksgiving, Stubblefield was set up to do a show at the Owls Club, and the proceeds, all the profit is going to the 5A's Club, and then Channel 3 has joined in where they're part of that now. And so we've got the guys from Channel 3 instead of Stubblefield here because Joe Cox said he does not want to discuss Stubblefield at all tonight. Do not bring up Matt Van Voorhis. I love you guys. Right. So there you go. We got three guys here that are the Channel 3, and Channel 3 goes back a long way. We'll get deeper into that as the evening goes on. We got Andy. We got Andy Hendrick. Andrea, I don't know. I'm
has a daughter named that, ironically.
I know. I don't. I was thinking of her. No, I'm just kidding. We got Andy, Joe, and Jeff of Channel 3. Now, is it just the three of you in the band at the moment? Is
One
it,
missing.
Who's missing?
Eric Harnato.
Oh no, not that guy.
Yes, that guy.
Oh no, not that. We were talking about Blake Fleming, man. Me and him and Eric Hornatoad would get into some great talks at the old post office mall here. Me and Eric were dishwashers at the Cafe La Rose, and Blake. We were talking about. Sorry, I'm going to let the listeners in. We were talking about Blake Fleming before the radio show started. I'm looking at you guys. I forget I'm even on the radio. I'm sorry. I have to sometimes explain it. But we were talking about Blake Fleming, the drummer, and so I you brought up Eric Hornatoad. Me and him worked together washing dishes at the old post office mall, and Blake's girlfriend was there, so we would get into the greatest conversations. I would listen to them two talk about drums and try and pick up anything I could. Anyway, so we got the guys from Channel 3 here, and Channel 3, real quick, we're gonna have to get into our gigs because some of them start at 6, but real quick, how far back does Channel 3 go? I remember you guys.
80 in my first house basement, 86.
I was going to say
86. There you
and
go.
then I think our first paid gig was a wedding reception, and I'll mention no names because they probably
not
that.
married anymore.
They regretted that. Probably not. That was sometime in '87. I think our first paid gig up at the Varsity Club in Jerseyville was in '88, and then we went to Timbalos and kind of bounced back and forth between those two places for years, and then Cocktails and Timeout a bunch. We played Timeout when that stage was in the front window. So if you still walk in that same front door, there was a stage to the left.
To the left, yeah, I remember that.
And I
lost most of my
door guy
in that cave.
Well, back then, if you didn't, it was either the big room or the window was the only two.
Well, the big room was later. Yeah,
Much later.
I mean, they didn't have the patio out there when we started playing.
Wow.
I mean, it was soon after.
Right.
But it was only 25 feet wide. It was like a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And we got shut down the first time we played out there because people on Christian Hill were complaining about the volume.
And we kept blowing fuses.
Well, that's rock and roll. That's rock and roll.
It was raw, man.
It's still echoing down there, and they're still complaining. I hear reverberation from years ago.
That limestone.
Right. So there you go. We're going to get into a lot more of the history of Channel 3 and the big show that's coming up. It's the night before Thanksgiving. That Wednesday night before Thanksgiving has become a huge party night all over the country. A lot of kids from college come home. A lot of people come in from out of town to see old family. And, if it's not up to you to make the turkey the next day, it just seems like a good thing to do to go out and party. So we are going to get into that, talking about that show and what that's all about. But let's get down to taking care of some business there, Mr. Dennis.
Oh, you mean the sea shanty sing-along down at Morrison's
exactly
every Thursday night?
That is exactly what I mean.
Or do
Everybody
you mean
gets
that
drunk and sings songs together as if you were in an old Irish or Scottish type tavern.
That's for sure. Or do you mean, like, should I announce that we got tickets to give away if somebody wants to stop in and get them tomorrow, thanks to Channel 3?
Absolutely. Was that Andy brought those in? Andy? Thank you, Andy. Andy's donating a pair of tickets, and what are they to the Rotary show?
I know folks have been hearing about the Alton Godfrey Rotary Club presents a salute to veterans featuring the Glendale Riders. And that's tomorrow night out at Lewis and Clark Community College, the Hathaway Hall.
There you go. So
we had punk rock shows in there.
I remember well. That was
We had a mosh pit in that place.
Back at that time, that stage, like all we played in was little corners, and you were lucky if you had a stage. So getting on a stage like that was like, ooh, this feels like big time. I mean, there's only 10 people out there, but this feels big.
The lights are in your eyes. You can't see the people.
Exactly. That's why they put bright lights in your eyes, so you don't know there's only like your mom watching, so there you go. But we do have a pair of tickets to that. So if anybody is interested in going to that show with the Glendale Riders tomorrow night at Hathaway Hall, it is a salute to veterans on this Veterans Day weekend, I guess it will be. By the way, happy Veterans Day to everybody out there.
Absolutely.
Happy Veterans Day to you, Dennis. You are a veteran of the Navy.
I am.
So happy Veterans Day.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for
Yeah,
service.
thank you. Happy Veterans Day to all vets
No,
out
I'd
there.
like to
My
thank
dad,
all
my
the
father, and my two brothers included.
Yeah.
I have
Absolutely.
a dad that's 97.
Nice.
Actually served in World War II for a bit, and I don't think he saw any action, but he chased some
That's what I was going to say. I didn't
some
serve.
Asian women around, let's say.
That's exactly what I did.
That's the story he told, not me.
I didn't see any action except
He's listening to you.
in the bars.
I've got my
Filipino, I think.
my uncle.
Yes, that's where I went to.
Filipino.
I'm getting hot.
That disturbs me, Dennis.
I love you very much. You buy me a air-conditioned helicopter.
Yeah, that's one of my jokes. That's what I did.
So
We won't get into that.
I also have an uncle, William Copeland, served in World War II. He's 97, and
My
he
dad's
did see
97.
action. Has shrapnel in his boudoir still
really?
from the.
That's service.
Anytime I ever drove a car that even resembled a foreign car on his property, I'd have to hear about. It'd be a Ford, but it'd be a new one. It'd be like, "Don't bring that stuff on my property. I got shrapnel in my."
And stuff was not the word.
No, none of a lot of those words
Right.
need to be interchanged. Anyway, happy Veterans Day to all
Absolutely.
the veterans out there, and thanks to all of you for your service. I enjoy my freedom daily, and I appreciate it. So there you go. I did a couple tours of duty. If Grateful Dead tour counts, does that count? I was a veteran of the drug war.
Did you win or lose?
Well, near as I can tell, drugs won a long time ago. I'm not sure. I've been watching the scores, but so I am not sure on that. I don't want to call that one yet. So there you go. What else is going on other than the sea shanty sing along on this beautiful Thursday evening?
Well, you got the list there in front of you.
I do. So let's see if I can. Let's see where we at here. We got an open mic night at the Ragin, Cajun.
What did you just skip over that?
What did I skip over? Post-common? Here we go. We're down at the conservatory.
Yeah.
We got Che's Kentucky Fried Weekend.
Or is it
okay.
Che's?
Che's. Well, it's with an I, so I would think it would be with
Could
an
be
E if it
Oriental.
was- Che's Kentucky Fried Weekend.
Yeah.
And that is with Ferrari Ring. They're from Indiana. And there's also Enemy of Magic from St. Louis and Chez from Louisville.
Or
S-H-I. Either Chez or She.
We don't know.
Yeah. Ooh.
Go down and find out.
Are we drinking sake with her, or are we drinking whiskey with her? I don't know. There we go.
It's a Kentucky Fried Weekend.
There you go. It's all going on at the conservatory, and I went down there on this past weekend to check out Feel, but they didn't make it. There was a sickness in the band.
Oh, bummer.
Tyler Armstrong was not feeling well, and they canceled the show. I did make it down to see Lazy Lester that night, though, and those guys sounded really
There you
good.
go.
So there you go.
I seen Carl Palmer.
I have been hearing quite a bit about
Yes.
that. And
Unbelievable.
They played all ELP.
It was funny. Someone yelled, "Hey, Carl, you still got a black belt?" And he's like, "Yeah, they can't take that from me."
Yeah,
he's in great shape.
Anybody who's played with King Crimson and or that was Lake that played with King Crimson, but anybody who played with Lake, who's phenomenal. That whole Brain Salad Surgery album just blows my mind. It's just a great album. I suggest everyone go home and listen to that and celebrate.
You got the vinyl, don't you, Jeff?
I've got 2 copies of it. I've got one that one of my brothers gave me that had been sitting in the trunk of his car for about 10 years, and it was a little warped. Still worked, but when I had the next $11, I went out and bought a good copy. I still got about.
Oh man, what an amazing album!
Yeah, it was really good.
So.
It is really good.
For those who haven't listened, it's a keyboard solo followed by a drum solo, followed by a keyboard solo, followed by a drum solo, followed by a little bit of vocal, then a keyboard solo and a drum solo. And that's the first 3 albums at least.
Yeah, that toccata, the drums. It's just an amazing piece. So I'm glad you got to go see it. I wish I would have got to see that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And
he had 2 young guys that covered all those keyboard parts. They didn't have a keyboard player. They played it on like a stick bass, like a 10-string or something.
It takes
where
at
he
least
tapped
2
all that
guys.
and had effects and everything, and then the guitar part was covered by the guitar player, who also played part of the keyboards because the keyboards are unbelievable on Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So
yeah, Lake. I believe I got to Lake played with Sabbath. The original Sabbath lineup got back together. It was an amazing show, and Lake sat in on keyboards with him.
Great.
I believe that
wasn't Keith Emerson.
I'm confused. I'm so high, I don't
think
even know
he's
where I'm
pretty
at. I'm pretty stoned right now, so maybe we should just move on with whatever's happening here.
Awesome.
So suddenly I realized I don't know what I'm talking about.
Anyways,
who's Sabbath?
Yeah.
All right. So what else was going on? Open mic at the Ragin Cajun. I mentioned that. We got the Outsiders from 7 to 11 tonight down at Fast Eddie's, a Bone Air. And then we got an open mic hosted by Everhart and Light going on out at Baker's and Hale and Godfrey. Mm-hmm. We got karaoke with DJ Tony, 8 p.m. at Martin's Tunes and Eats down in Wood River. And then Sarah Schumaki, our Shoemake, and Mikey Lowenstein, 6 to 9 p.m. at Georgia's local brew. Go up to Georgia's, get yourself a proper dirty martini. What else we got? Strings and Keys, 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville.
J. Christopher, world's most dangerous one-man band, started at 3 and going to question mark.
He might still be going.
At Doit's Village
He's going to
Inn
be going to like 1 a.m.
Right,
man.
you know we will.
Oh, man.
Dave Horton, 6 to 9 at Patrick's in Granite City. Pele, 6 o'clock at the Old Herald in Collinsville. Dave Horton, 6 to 9 at Prairie Inn in Dorsey. And then Mike Judy's at it again, presenting I Fight Dragon, 7 o'clock at Red Flag in St. Louis.
Mike Judy is a busy guy, man, throwing multiple shows a night sometimes, so good for him. So that is your Thursday evening in the Riverbend area. Don't tell me there's nothing to do, because that's quite a bit.
That's just tonight.
That's just tonight. So
we'll get into Friday and Saturday in just a bit, but we're talking to Channel 3, and Joe Cox is here, and he's now playing with Channel 3, but you may know him from Stubblefield.
What's happening, Joe?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Doing good. I got to see you guys perform a couple weeks ago out at Baker's and Hale. That was a beautiful evening out there.
Band the best weather we ever played in.
Oh, it was a beautiful, not too hot, not too cold, a perfect little breeze, and
sounded good. Had a good crowd. Enjoyed ourselves.
All the arrows were pointing up that night.
They sure were.
So,
yeah, couldn't complain at all.
It's
good to see everybody, too, that come out. Thanks for supporting us.
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. I always love to check out the Stubblefield band. And, it took me a couple years of poking and prodding trying to get you guys back together. I think 2010 we did our first Jeffapalooza, and I started then.
Yeah.
With, hey, man, you guys better do it.
Yeah. I think it was about 10 years. I think it was around 2000.
About right, because I moved into that neighborhood in 2010.
Yeah. I think about 2000, I think, is when we kind of went on a hiatus, and then we played with Jason Gordon, and then
you played my wedding in 2000 with Jason Gordon.
That's right.
Yeah,
and then wound up getting with Eric when we did Fat Finger. That's when I was a lead singer, bass player. Yeah, not much of a lead singer, better bass player.
Well, what I liked about that is funny. We were talking about that. Jennifer Nelson and I were discussing that because we would just walk over to Matt V's house and hang out in the basement and like watch you. It was our private show. Watch you guys play Blackberry Smoke and all this cool stuff. But you would pass. There wasn't really a lead singer. You passed it around.
Yeah.
You would sing one. Matt would sing one.
Bob would
Toad
sing.
would take one. Bob would take.
Yeah.
And I loved that.
Yeah.
I like it when it gives a lot more range to a band when you do that.
Well, it really kind of opened up the musical part of being able to perform and sing and play.
Yeah,
because I've never really done that. And it worked out. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that hated us, though, but
yeah.
that's fine. That's the way it works, There was a lot of people that loved us too,
I was going to say I loved you guys.
No, not in Channel 3.
He won't even approach a microphone in our band.
Well, you guys wouldn't turn it on.
I wouldn't go in there. I've not heard you sing, so I can't judge.
Oh, he sings just fine. We used to have a great time just sitting there at V's bar and listening to you guys jam it out. So you guys ought to start doing that again just so I can come over. You don't have to play any gigs. Just let me come over and hang out.
I think Eric forgot to play the drums, didn't he? Or forgot how to play the drums, I should say. That's what he told me the other night.
One of the earliest bands I was asked to come jam with in high school, a couple times in junior high, I got asked to because I owned a guitar. People had asked me to come over, and then they'd realize I didn't even know how to tune the thing. I just owned one, so it never lasted long. But I got to Mike Creekmore, a friend of mine, said, "Hey, come sing with this band." And I show up, and Hornatoad was the drummer, and he had each drum was a different color on this set.
He bought that for me.
He bought
that kit for me.
That's hilarious.
The multicolored circus kit.
What Mike Creekmore, my good buddy, didn't bother to tell me was they had a singer named Mason Mitchell, but they didn't bother telling him he wasn't the singer yet. So he showed up, and I was there singing, and it was uncomfortable to say the least.
You guys share a microphone?
We should have. We should have.
Got it, Sonny and Cher.
I got you, babe. No. Eric's always been a great dude. So there you go. We should talk smack on him that he's not here, though. He's out of shape.
Listening.
Oh, even better if he's listening. He can't do anything about it. That Eric, he's no longer the eye candy of the band now that Joe's in the band. That's
true.
all I'm saying.
Boy, there we go. Staying out of this one.
We are talking, for those just joining in, about the band Channel 3. And also with us tonight, Jeff Fleming, the guitar player. How you doing, Jeff?
Hi, everybody.
And Andy Hendrick, the drummer.
Aloha.
And
Is that hello or goodbye? I'm not sure if we're...
Never know.
What you talk about?
That's a very elusive comment there.
So how long has it been for Channel 3 last gig?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow.
A true gig. We played at Bensman's birthday party 3 years ago, I think.
Wow.
At, the hell was that? Ranch House.
Ranch House, yeah.
But, we played 5 or 6 songs, and, he had like 6 bands out there.
Yeah.
Did you play with us at the...
Not the one at Max.
No,
I was out of town.
Did you play with us at the Sportsman's Club?
No.
With Mick? And
No. I was still in my I'm not playing music anymore
Okay.
mode.
Gotcha.
Bensman's the one that drugged me out of that, so thanks, Jeff. Thanks, and, but I guess that's what friends are for,
Yeah, I guess Jeff's good for something.
Yeah. So, no, we the actual paid gig probably, it's been 10 years ago at Max.
At least.
10, 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Paid gigs are overrated.
Well, yeah, whatever. That's just what it was.
Yeah.
And the paid is a loose term back in those days, too. So
I feel as though I've never once been paid to play music. I've been paid to take my equipment in and set it up. I play for free, then I'm paid to take it home. It's about $5 to get it there, $5 to get it home.
You're right.
Exactly.
So how'd this
That's the beer
24th gig come about, and how'd you guys get involved with Stubblefield?
Actually, I play in a golf league with Matt V, and
V's
we were just
Talk about eye candy.
shooting the stuff, and he said, "Man, you guys," he goes, "you need to get involved in this gig we're going to do the night before Thanksgiving." And I was kind of reluctant at first, and I don't even know if you were part of it yet, Joe.
I wasn't. No.
So, and I think Matt even offered you up. I think he's trying to kick him out of Stubblefield.
Oh, man. Conspiracy theories.
I'm not certain. But no, that's how it all started. And I was like, why not? And it's
Now I got to practice 3 nights a week.
Well, Dennis asked me earlier if Matt V.
four with us.
Yeah.
Dennis asked earlier if Matt V called me back today, and part of that call was he's like, "Well, Stubblefield's looking for a bass player."
Oh,
No, Joe gets to work double time.
They got an amp. It's already sitting there.
why did he call you? Was he wanting Alex's number or something? 'Cause
Exactly.
You're not a bass player.
He said, "Well, you know all the bass players in town." So he said Joe Cox quit and went to Channel 3, and
Fake news.
all fake
Right.
news. So there you go, Matt V and you playing a golf tournament together.
Okay, golf league on
Wednesday.
Wednesday nights. Yeah, Johnson's league actually. If we're plugging.
That plug away. Shameless
So
promotions is what
that's
this is
how
all
that
about.
started. So, yeah, we and Bensman was playing bass with us, and sadly, I had a
Andy
younger brother.
Bensman, he's good.
My younger
Oh,
brother
Jeff.
passed away 2 years ago, just about this time of year.
bummer.
He was an unbelievable keyboard player and singer, and
Yeah.
we were pretty close to getting ready to, go out and start playing again. We had, I don't know, we generally shoot for 40 or 45 songs to have, and we were in the 30s, and that happened, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So sad, but
Yeah, definitely.
we took time off, and we played a Celebration of Life gig with his son Georgie, and at Max at the big room. So that was cool. It was about a month after or so, and we played about 10 songs, and it worked out really well.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you said you took a hiatus from music. How long of a hiatus did you?
I've done it twice, actually. I don't know, 17, 18 years ago, I think I stopped playing for like 4 years, and then we started playing up in Grafton with Dave Thompson.
Oh yeah, haven't seen Dave
And
for a while.
we ended up playing out a few gigs after that, and then we just kind of stopped again. We're a start and stop band.
Ebb and flow, baby.
Maybe that's the new name.
Ebb and flow.
There you go.
Hey, you gotta roll with it. Well, welcome back to the
Yeah,
fold.
thanks. We're enjoying it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Outside of some of my technological problems I have with my guitar rig, but we'll work through that.
It's hard to stay away for a while, forever. I think for most people because. There's so many things that can taint music, like the business end of it. Bands. We don't, bands, girlfriends, and fighting over gigs and money, and it can become
I've heard a bunch of them, yeah.
But really, it's just supposed to be about getting with friends and making music. And when you
Right.
tear that back down to that, it's always a good time.
Yeah, I can only walk by those guitar cases so many times without.
Yeah, they start
Pulling
calling
them
your
out,
name. Yeah, it's like, who's strumming that guitar? I hear it playing. It's like the telltale heart. No, I don't. Guilt from not playing it makes you hear it play.
Yeah, kind of. Guitar screaming out at you.
So what about you, Mr. Andy Hendrick?
Yes.
You ever taken hiatus from your musical career? Or you been playing just nonstop since you came out of the womb?
When I started my apprentice program with the electricians union, we stopped for a while.
Life got busy.
That's about it.
Yeah, just life got
been
busy,
playing
right?
with different bands.
Yeah, Andy and I have been
Different
playing
people.
together since we were 14, actually.
Seems
We've
like
been friends like
everybody
42
needs
years.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody
God, you
needs a
just gave our
drummer
age
though,
away.
right?
What's that?
Everybody needs a drummer though, so you get a lot of calls probably.
Yeah, Hornetoad's a drummer.
Oh, well, he's a drummer, right?
Yeah.
I thought you said Hornetoad was the drummer.
Now,
but,
see
you know.
now.
Oh, he forgot how to play the drums.
Oh,
remember?
I thought you said he was.
He's a singer. He's a singer now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what he's missing in action.
Oh, yeah.
From.
Remember-
Hilarious.
Remember-
I did
You're
not
gonna
catch
love
on
it.
that. That is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Remember
He's
Eric
gonna-
bought his drums?
Yeah. I'm.
Catch up, pig.
Yeah, all the cogs are falling in place that we're on a radio show and these guys do something. What do you do again? Work down at the hut? No, I don't know.
It's
Slinging
just a
pizzas?
3-piece with a lead singer now.
So Hornetoad is just singing. Awesome. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see this.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the show the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. These guys are good to play with too. It's really this kind of music I never really played, so it's really my wheelhouse of what I like to play or what I like to listen to. But I never really was, Stubblefield. We basically wrote more songs than we actually learned as far as doing covers.
And
so
90% of the covers were dead.
And we did a lot of, and that's what people liked, and we did too, obviously.
Sure.
So we never really did this kind of music. So this has been kind of a good little thing for me.
And let the listenership out there in Radio Land know what kind of music you're doing here that you love so much.
Well,
it's a pretty heavy set.
Nice.
We've got about 20 songs that we're going to try to play. We're going first. It starts at 7, and that's going to be a fantastic thing for me because I have 40-something people coming to my house the next day. So, but no, War Pigs from Black Sabbath.
Nice.
A couple of Rush songs.
Whew, nice.
A couple Judas Priest songs.
Foo Fighters.
The Police.
Oh,
Couple
see,
songs from the Police.
Now you're hitting in some
Stevie
of my
Ray
favorite
Vaughan.
drummers here. So good for you.
What else? It's kind of we just kind of decided when we started playing together about 7 or 8 years ago, whenever it was, we're just gonna play what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about what everybody likes. So,
Exactly.
but this is either going to work or not. We'll see.
Going from Neil Peart to Stuart Copeland. Congratulations. That's some big
he's got
shoes to
that.
fill right there. I mean,
Yes.
seriously.
He's
that's
got
some-
that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we started playing. We were 14 out in Jason Iman's back porch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bad.
No singer, just playing horrible versions of Temples of Syrinx and
Nice.
I went
gosh.
I went from Phil Lesh to Geddy Lee.
Yeah.
and done a damn good job.
And talk about big shoes to fill there.
Oh,
Geddy
boy.
Lee, that guy's just
he's
insane. Playing
unbelievable.
keyboards with his feet, amazing bass
Yeah.
lines, and singing. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there, Stuart Copeland was like the Police were one of my
Yeah, they're
all-time
awesome.
favorite bands. And then like junior high, first years of high school, early albums, Outlandis D'Amour and Regata de Blanc and all that was just amazing to me.
Good
So.
stuff.
Yeah, there you go, man. You guys picked out some stuff that I haven't
Little
given the
Aerosmith,
thumbs up
Little
to.
Aerosmith.
Little Aerosmith.
We got some
Sweet
Aerosmith
Emotion.
in there too. Yeah.
Nice.
Right, so
There's
quite
not
the
one
variety.
easy song in there.
So
Quite the variety.
No slow dancing going
No,
on in this.
quite
set.
the variety
No,
of heaviness.
So,
Nice.
And Zeppelin. I was just reminded.
so when I said, "Wow, you're going from Neil Peart to Stuart Copeland," in my mind, John Bonham should have been
Right.
in there. So now you're filling big
Yep.
shoes and big athletic supporters. No, I don't.
Socks.
Your sock,
Hey,
just the sock.
Well, you know what they say.
I think Eric's going to wear some
family
skin-tight
program.
leather pants.
I was going to say, Geddy Lee and Robert Plant.
Eric says he's got some special pair of pants he's
I
going to wear.
think
And
so.
I'm
Yeah.
almost disturbed by the thought.
I'm
Very-
slightly disturbed and slightly aroused.
Although he would look a lot better than I would in him, believe me.
Well, there you go. So that is the guys from Channel 3 and the show again. It is Wednesday,
23rd.
November 23rd is the 24th.
24th?
24.
I was going to
Whatever.
let you guys say accelerate
Don't
the
show up
show.
a day early, and if you do, just camp out for a front row seat.
Yeah.
It is the Wednesday, the evening
Yeah.
before Thanksgiving. So
It's the
and
Owls Club.
It's at the Owls Club,
Owls?
right on Blair Street, right down
Right.
there, kind of the corner of right off of Albee, right?
Right,
Blair
so
cuts off
between-
Albee
what?
there.
Yeah.
So-
Henry and Albie, I think.
Yeah, so
Nice.
there you
And
go.
I have to mention, my father is the oldest living member of the Owls Club at 97 years old.
Wow, there
Yeah,
you go.
Russell.
I seen
Fleming.
J.D. Blackfoot there when he was 97.
He played at the Owls Club?
Yeah, he did play at
For
the
real?
Owls Club. He said he was retiring after that. He wasn't 97. That's fake news, but he felt it.
awesome.
He was feeling 97. He was saying he was giving it up. His hearing was going out, but it wasn't that many years ago. I want to say maybe 5 or so.
The Owls Club.
It was since we've been doing the show. So yeah.
We've been doing the show for 6 years. So,
So there you go, man.
Within the
You
past
guys
6
are
years.
playing a big stage.
Yeah.
J.D. Blackfoot.
Oh, well, there you go. The ultimate prophecy will be told that evening. So yeah, so what and you mentioned it starts at 7. So even if you do have to get up and do some turkey cooking or making some stuffing, go ahead, come on out and party for a while. There's plenty of time
Yeah,
to
for
have
sure.
a few drinks and dance your boudoir off a bit before heading home to stuff a turkey.
Yeah, and we're basically going to start at 7 to Channel 3 and play till about 8:15, 8:30, and then
Till them 20 songs are over. That's how long you're playing.
and then
When are you going to get
and
20
then-
in that time?
Then we'll then Stubblefield. Then we'll come up about I would say maybe a little before 9, play till 10:30, 11. So it's not going to be a real late night. We're all old, so you know.
I'm happy to hear that. That means I could be out of there by 1 or 2.
There you go. Yeah, that doesn't mean I won't still be hanging out. Yeah.
Tell you what, some of the wildest gigs I ever played were Thanksgiving Eve.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people coming in from out of town, want to kind of get out that night before and know they can sleep in the next day, and by the time they wake up, eat. So it's the perfect party night.
It is probably one of the biggest of the year. We always had great shows on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Nothing like getting out and partying hard and then stuffing a turkey, which is a euphemism. I'm not going to get into it. I invented it.
The only bad thing is all you want to do is eat junk food the next day instead of turkey.
Right. Anybody got any pudding? No. I don't even know what we're talking
out
about
all night.
So let's do some Friday action. What do you say, Pigpen?
Let's figure that stuff out.
Oh,
Situation out.
Stuffing.
Stuffing.
Right?
Let's figure that stuffing out.
All right, Friday night, open mic at the Market at Milton in Alton. Open mic there, 6 o'clock. Paul Light and Mike Hammond, 7 o'clock at Chez, Maryland's on Friday night. Pianos at Ragin Cajun at 9. Generation X, 7:30 to 11:30 at Fast Eddie's. Cowboy, 7 to 10 at the VFW in Alton.
Man, just Cowboy. Not any kind of cowboy.
Mike Hammond from Troop.
Is that who that is?
I think it is.
Yeah, that was my first guitar teacher.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And then also,
brother of John Hammond, who invented the Hammond beat. No, I don't know.
Nah, probably not. Maybe.
All right, what else we got? We got the Glendale Riders, 7 p.m. It is the 9th annual Alton Godfrey Rotary Benefit at Lewis and Clark Community College, and if you would like to go, it's a salute to the veterans, too.
Right, yeah.
So happy Veterans Day to all you veterans, and if any of you veterans or non-veterans out there would like a pair of tickets to see that show, tomorrow night, Glendale Riders, 7 p.m., 9th annual benefit. What do they got to do, Dennis?
It's first come, first serve. We'll leave it on the counter.
There we go.
Unless you're bold enough to call right now.
You call right now, we'll put a name on it.
465-1570.
We'll put your name on it. Yeah. And then all you have to do is stop by the station mañana.
Call them up, Joe.
So that's Glendale Riders, 7 o'clock, 9th annual Alton Godfrey Rotary Benefit at Lewis and Clark Community College, Friday night.
Including a special salute to the veterans. Happy Veterans Day.
That's right.
I told you earlier about my uncle that was in the United States Army in World War II. I also had an uncle on the other side who was in the German Army, and he flew a plane. He was a veterinarian. Ba-doom, boom.
I figured that
I'm sorry.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day. I'm so sorry. What else we got going on Friday night? Borderline Acoustic, 7 to 10 p.m. out at Baker's and Hale and Godfrey.
That's right. The Grand Band, 8 o'clock at Laux Brickhouse, going to midnight. Dead Roses, 8 o'clock at Martin's Tunes and Eats in Wood River on Friday. And the Screaming Eagles, 7 o'clock at the Moose in Wood River on Friday night. Then there's Sidecar. That's Philip Russo and Matthew Hitchcock, 7 to 10 at George's local brew in Jerseyville on Friday night. Ledsled at Uncle Owl's from 8 to 11 in Jerseyville. Roaming Home, 8 o'clock at DJ's in Jerseyville. Jim on Keys, 3 to 7 at Aeries Winery in Grafton on Friday. And then Steve Mellas always does his open mic, 7 o'clock at the Hawg Pit in Grafton.
And then we got the Midnight Special, 8:30 to 12:30 at Doit's Village Inn, which the Midnight Special, people don't even know, that was a train ran by the Alton, Illinois train service that ran from here to Chicago, ran from St. Louis to Chicago. So there you go. That's what the song Midnight Special is about, is a train ran by the Alton rail service.
Really?
Yeah, so Midnight Special, 8:30 to 12:30 at Doit's Village Inn. We hear that place is a party down there.
Yes, we do. Mike Matthews Project, 9:30 to 1 a.m. at Patrick's in Granite City, and the Perfect Strangers. That's
Nice.
the Deep Purple Rainbow tribute at the Wild E Theater in Edwardsville on Friday. Bacon is back at the Back Bar,
Is that Kevin Bacon?
9 o'clock.
Everybody likes bacon.
Uh-oh, is that somebody wanting
Someone
tickets?
might want tickets. Let's try out the phone lines.
Let's
We haven't
cold
done-
call them. Here, let's act like we're someone else. Hello.
We've reached Riverbend Talent on the Big Z. Did you hear us say to call in?
Yes.
Oh, you
about
did?
About the tickets for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, hey, what is your name, ma'am?
Just first name's all we need, and then I'll get your information off the air.
Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Mary, congratulations. You are the first person to call in and get these fine tickets, which were purchased by Mr. Andy Hendricks, sitting here next to us. And he has donated them. Yeah, he has donated them to the cause here. So you've got them for yourself now.
All right.
Okay, well, good.
So you want to just...
two of them?
Yeah, 2 tickets.
Two tickets. And all you have to do is come down to the station and pick them up. And we're going to keep talking on the radio, but Dennis is going to talk to you on the phone and get your information to leave with the tickets. Thanks very much, Mary. Congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so there you go. Mary calling in to get those tickets. Thanks for bringing those down, Andy.
Right on.
You've just you've made someone's evening right there.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that feel good?
It does.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's a giving season.
It is the giving season, which that makes me sad that I can only give STDs and not give them at this point. Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to say that.
I was going to say, I think your date card is now empty.
I'm not supposed to say that on the. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Oh man,
too TMI. They say there too much information. How come my phone's blinking and people are unfriending me on Facebook left and right? Anyway.
That's why I don't get on Facebook. I couldn't stand the pain.
Oh, yeah. Well, every time I get on the internet, it's talking bad about me. I don't know what the internet has. It's got a problem with me for some reason. So I've never done anything but search, spend a few hours on Pornhub. I don't know. I've not done that much on the internet for it to be that angry with me.
What did I just come back into?
We were talking about what a great time this is and how awesome it is that this station lets us come in here and how we try to keep it family-like here.
Yeah, perfect. I was distracting Mary away from that conversation.
We were also discussing doctor issues and health issues amongst us, and we're all doing okay for the most part. So
did you mention bacon?
Kevin Bacon,
okay.
yeah.
Bacon at the back bar at 9 o'clock.
Man, who don't like bacon? What a great name for a band, because nobody's going to be like, well, I hate bacon. I mean, even if you don't like the band, who could bring themselves to say the words, I hate bacon? I hate Kevin Bacon, sure, you could say that.
It's like calling a tavern in the office.
There you go. They've got one of those in Effingham, Illinois, right downtown, right in the middle of Main Street. It's the office, but it's just a bar.
Edwardsville's got that cool little strip of bars there. It starts right about the back bar. Actually, the Corner Tavern now across the street as you first come into town. What that place used to be called? I know we all know the name of that, but I can't think of it right now.
I can't remember it either.
The Corner Tavern, right?
It had the same name for a long time.
Yeah, but then you get to the Wild E on the left, right? And then the parking lot, and then the back bar is right there.
Yeah, there you go.
And we'll keep going down the list, and we'll name the rest of them. Dana Anderson, 5 to 8. That's at the Stagger Inn. That's around the corner.
Right around the corner, yeah.
And then Matt Tall's at Global Brew on Friday night, 7 to 10.
Anybody here have any experience playing with that guy?
I know Matt Tall.
Do you know him?
Yeah, barely.
Barely, yeah. I try to talk to him. He's very. I don't know if if it's just me, but he's just like, I ain't talking to you. I mean, I get it.
Oh, he loves you. He loves you, Pigpen.
Oh, I love him too. I love him long time. Yeah. There we go.
You have to tell me about that one, Matt, when I see you.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it. There we go. Matt Tall, 7 to 10 p.m. Global Brew in Edwardsville. And so many Edwardsville, they're trying to compete with Grafton down there.
Oh, they're busy.
Scott Bowles?
Bowles?
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. That was not nice. Scott Bowles, 7 p.m. at the outlet.
The phone's ringing again.
That's Scott. Don't answer that.
He's playing at the outlet at Edison's in Edwardsville at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, there you go. Silver Creek Bluegrass, 6 p.m. at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville. And then Laney and Julie, 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. The 10-String Dream, 7 to 11 at the Moose in Edwardsville. That's a lot going on in Edwardsville. Good for them. Right down the road in Glen Carbon, Laney and Julie, 6 p.m. at the
I think
Cabin.
that one's wrong, probably.
It's wrong. What, Laney and Julie's not playing there?
Well, they were playing the other place, so
they're
one of
probably
those
doing
is
it all.
wrong, yeah. Shotgun Creek, 8 o'clock at Washies in Waterloo, and then Mike Judy presents The Fall of Troy with special guest Strawberry Girls. I'm going to say Kanoshi. Satyr, and that's at 6 o'clock at the old. That's not satire.
I don't know.
Satyr.
Satire.
Right.
After Kenosha.
Probably.
I don't know.
6 o'clock at the Old Rock House in St. Louis has a $25 ticket, and he also presents the Lemonheads. We've heard of them.
Oh, nice.
8 o'clock at Red Flag in St. Louis.
Again, good for Mike Judy, man. He's the guy's got to be busy. All the shows he's putting on.
Been doing a long time since we've been doing the show, at least, if not longer.
And he's making a lot of people happy with all them shows he's putting on. So that is your Friday evening in the Riverbend area. Mainly on this side. We do talk about a couple of the St. Louis venues when they have our people over there. Or
you know what
Mike
I haven't
Judy's
done,
doing it.
though, and I've been meaning to for a minute, is mention some releases from Halloween from some of the original bands around town, like Noble.
Oh, really?
They had a brand
There
new
you
release
go.
out Halloween. The Worst Has Come. That's the name of that release, and that's recorded at Bird Cloud with Ryan Wasova.
Right.
And also, now there's that guy calling you right there.
Tell him that I left.
Okay. Birds of Squalor had a Halloween relief. Hellbound Road.
Nice. I like those guys.
And I also wanted to mention that the Intrusion advanced for their gig
Good for
for
them.
Road to Point Fest. Yeah.
Good for
So
them.
they move into
There
the
we
final
go.
sessions, right?
Intrusion. I think does Jeff Benson see his boy playing that or somebody?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
they're known by many names.
We know
Anyways.
we've had the guys on, but I talk to them about their dads very as little as I can. No, I don't know.
Yeah, so they'll move on.
Mark Rice managed him. I think his boy plays with
There
him.
you go. There you go. Now I got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways, they're going to move on to the final session, and that's important to announce because, we had Fireside on recently, right?
Yeah.
And they're going for their first round.
Right.
We weren't able to announce it because we had them on too late, so I wanted to bring it up while we're bringing up, hey, we got one band in the finals. So on the 19th, right, that'd be next Friday, not this Friday, but the following.
Right.
Right? 1781 and Nico, both from our area, going to be in that round with Brave New World and Shots Fired and A Living Hell. So we get some people out on the 19th. And by the way, Intrusion sold the most tickets. So I think that's the gig there.
Well, usually with those things, it's more about ticket sales than how good you actually are.
But then,
I mean, I hate to say it, it's just the truth.
But then on the 20th, Fireside and 86 Red will be playing.
And that is
So,
November 20th.
4 Alton bands in 2 days, or area bands, I should say. And so get out and support that for the Road to Point Fest.
Happy to see that many Alton bands making it into the Road to Point Fest. So there you go.
And coming out this weekend, a brand new release from Young Animals called Dibs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Who is that? The Young Animals?
They're releasing the video, Dibs, and the album on the 13th, Barbecue Dads is the name of that. Right?
All right. I got dibs on the barbecue, Dad.
Speaking of new releases, Hideous Gentleman had a new one out today.
That's hideous.
Yeah, brand new video out from Hideous Gentleman, Rain, Dance, Shake. You'll be singing it by the end.
I'm already wanting to dance out in the rain and shake a little something off.
I also forgot to mention Crocodile King's release was about a week ago. But we've had so much to talk about, I haven't had a chance to throw these in, so I thought I'd throw them in real quick.
There you go. So any of those bands that you just heard us name, or you heard Dennis name, that has a new release and you want to check it out, just check Spotify, check Amazon, check Apple, check YouTube, all that stuff. You'll find them. It's all ones and zeros, babe. There you go.
There you go. We are talking about Channel 3's reunion show. We can change it to that now, right?
Absolutely. Stubblefield.
We're halfway
featuring
through the
Stubblefield.
show.
Channel 3
Featuring-
reunion show featuring Stubblefield.
And featuring Joe Cox of
That's more like
Stubblefield. Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So Joe's the opener and the closer.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
Looking forward to it.
and well
And
now
that's Thanksgiving Eve.
and so you got the Channel 3 is going to play first, and then you said there was a break between the two. Now, I heard that Matt V's going to dance during that time. Is that true?
Probably
He's
so.
going to get up and they're going to play a little house music. He's going to dance and
I think
shake
he's-
it for us.
I think he's wearing some tight leather pants as well.
Nice.
Excellent,
It's
excellent.
the
This is-
night
He's
of
been
tight
running
leather.
every morning. He looks good.
You know what? I see him jogging every day, and I think he's going to look good in those leather pants. you
That
know?
guy from Intrusion just won the Road to Point Fest finals because he wears tight leather pants.
I tell you what, he's looking pretty good from the backside.
I know.
Yeah.
I
He's
would
like
have
22, I think.
I would have guessed him
Just
at
right.
a fairly decent-looking, tall African-American lady from behind. And when he turned around and his little white face was there, I was just so surprised. I also had to consider all the things I had been thinking right before that. But anyway, if my wife's listening, plug your ears. I'm about to say some things you don't want to hear. I thought I was not. I don't know. Anyway, happy to hear. Tell me the break isn't because you need a break from playing. I mean, come on.
No.
Put a diaper on, bro.
Equipment swap outs there. The drum kit swap.
We're just going to go out, hang out in the parking lot for a half hour like the old days.
Just getting ready, man. Just getting ready.
Yeah.
Priming up.
Yeah.
Why does it take longer to get ready for the show than to play the show sometimes? I sit in my car for 4 hours before a 2-hour show, just contemplating how to do it.
A lot to talk about.
A lot to think about.
That's right.
I can't stop thinking about War Pigs by Channel 3.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm excited.
That one
Eric,
was pretty good, too.
Eric Hornetoad singing it.
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Trying to get these guys
In
to do
tight
some
leather
AC/DC
pants.
too.
Oh, yeah. I'm digging the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
All that dance music.
The last time we played with Stubblefield, we played a bunch of heavy stuff, and that was the last time we played with Stubblefield.
Was it? Well, hold on.
There's no hard feelings. It
Hold on,
just
let
happened
me-
to add up that way.
Let me see if
I'm
I
trying
get
to
it.
think, when was
Let me
that?
see if
How
I
long
get it
ago?
right. It was at Richards or the club or whatever it was, and it was the Battle of the
No,
Bands.
No.
No?
Back Dorman.
Nope. I was running sound. It was the Back Dorman.
That's right.
Back Dorman Club, and you played, and they then
that
you
was-
guys played. It was
Is that when we played up at the Coopin
farm,
station
yeah.
up at the
And-
farm?
and
that was one of the best gigs I ever had.
Yeah.
That I kind of had blocked that one out because it was a wild one.
It was a
it
long
was-
time ago, too.
That's when I caught 4 out of 5 hepatitis. Is that how you say that? Hepatitises don't sound right.
Remember they had a little dance show with the girls up there. Remember that?
There
was, a
was
good
some
one.
girls dancing,
Yeah.
and there was not a lot of. There were some wardrobe malfunctions.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
I remember, I think V's amp fell off the stage actually, and it kept playing. We just kept going.
Oh man, yeah. If I remember, I was running sound, and it was back in the days of big gear, so it took a lot of time to tear down. But I remember not getting out of there till after the sun had been up for hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, really, this thing just went all night.
That's actually one of their rules. Play until the sun comes up.
Yes.
Yeah,
And we played the same 12 songs all the way till they did not care.
And nobody knew.
No. Yeah.
I remember they were drag racing the motorcycles right there in front of the stage. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
At a
Always a
biker
good
gig,
time.
you don't hear clapping between songs. They rev up their engines. That's the way they clap.
Perfect.
True. Actually, that's not fake news.
And if there's a big number of them and you don't have a large PA, you can't hear yourself play if you're
That's
doing
true.
good because they'll start clapping in the middle of the song.
We couldn't hear nothing.
Good times.
Yeah,
man.
that was a good time.
You just hope you're playing together. Because all you can hear is motorcycles over loud heavy metal. It's just crazy.
Beautiful
Greatest
thing.
time ever. Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So you can catch these guys doing that same thing at the Owls Club on Thanksgiving Eve, right? So watch out, Stubblefield.
Except instead of the ladies having the purposeful malfunction wardrobes, we're hoping Matt V will while he
Yes.
dances between acts.
Yeah.
And there'll just be a bunch
All
of
our
people,
ladies have walkers now, so
and they'll be making motorcycle sounds, right?
Man, Joe.
She is the oldest and wisest of the dancers,
hasn't even
but her
met
hip
our wives
clicks.
Fire to murder in the dark.
Oh,
Oh my gosh! They look like a couple oranges and socks.
instead of drag races, yeah.
Oh, there's a sick joke there somewhere.
Instead of drag races with motorcycles, it's wheelchairs now.
It's just
front of the stage.
squeaky walkers. Yeah.
This is going from bad to worse.
Now they just click their hips. They're click. I'm sorry.
Those are my knees.
Yeah.
Those are their hips.
hey, but it's all for a good cause, right? You guys are raising money for 5A's. I
That's
don't
right.
even know if
all
did we
the
bring that
proceeds
up.
go to 5A.
I don't. I think we should have brought that
Yeah,
up.
we should have brought that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're looking for a dog before you go buy a full breed, go out and check out the shelters. 5A's being number one. That'd just be a good thing to do.
Apparently, Matt Van Voorhis has been there many times. He said he has strays coming out his butt. That was. I was
I thought
like,
he said worms.
that was rude.
He's been taking ivermectin.
But yeah,
I told you when you go across the border, don't drink the water.
He's an adopter, isn't he? He's got quite a few. So
yeah, there you go. And he's going to have those dogs dancing alongside him. No, I don't know if any of
That
this
would
is
be
true.
cool.
It would be awesome. So yeah, get down. It is a good idea. You know, this is a funny thing though. When you say like, "Hey, get to 5A's and get a dog," like. You hear this everywhere, right? Like there's all these unwanted animals, and you see it on the news, but you don't hear about the unwanted people that often, isn't it? Because there's just as many unwanted kids, but you just don't hear about
Sometimes they're a match.
Right.
People go get the unwanted dogs.
I think I'm going to get one of each this year.
Good luck with that.
Oh yeah, so that's all coming up November 24th.
Yes.
We've been talking to Channel 3 and as well as Joe Cox from Stubblefield and Channel 3.
You know, I think we got to get through the Saturdays too, real quick.
Well,
don't
I guess we could.
Let's do that because our
You can
time is
always,
ticking away.
Just go to cottonmouth.org if you want to find out where any of this information is written down.
Ticking away.
Because this next one, kicking off Saturday. I wrote the whole thing out this time because we talk about it a lot, but we don't explain it well, I don't think.
All right.
The performing arts grab bag that they do down in Jacoby, right?
Yeah,
so
this is interesting.
You got musicians, spoken word artists, and actors and dancers, and they meet up for a mashup performing arts playtime. They come in with a 1-minute piece.
All ready to improv.
All these names go into a bag, and they grab out 2 or 3, and they all perform together random things. So that's going on at Jacoby's Arts Center.
It's much more of a true improv than whose line it was it anyway ever was. You know, I'm just saying if you go down there, be ready to see some weirdness. I could throw some weirdness out there. I'm ready to improv right now.
If you're wanting to support Fireside on their Road to Point Fest, then go down to the Conservatory on Saturday night. They'll be playing from 8 to 11 and get your tickets from them because, remember, Intrusion won by selling the most tickets. So let's help our bands out, right?
And a tip to all the bands. Even if your aunts and grandma can't go, sell them some tickets. They'll buy.
Right.
I don't know.
Or just buy them yourself if you're really dedicated.
That's right, man.
Probably don't have any money, though, if you're in a band.
Don't quit your day job.
Great advice here on Riverbend Talent. We like to pass down the pipe to y'all.
Well, we've said it before. If you want to keep your kids off drugs, get them a guitar, and they'll never be able to afford drugs unless they get really, really good. And then they can afford all the drugs they want. Sorry, it didn't work. But just saying. Just trying to help, man. It's a public service announcement from Pigpen.
What's happening down at Chez, Maryland?
Let's
Saturday
see. What
night,
is going on down at Chez?
Got a list of people
What
there.
do we got? I think I might be on the wrong page if it's a list.
It's Chez, Maryland.
Oh, here it is. I see it. It's
Saturday.
Ever Heart and Light with John Huber, John Huber, and Mark Gowan. I don't know Mark Gowan. John used to be the percussionist that played with the Graham Band before the days of Aaron McCoy. So there you go. That'd be quite the lineup there.
Yeah.
Mark Gowan, I am unsure, but man, that Paul Light, Everhart, that's a good combo there.
Yeah. Piano's going on at Ragin' Cajun on Saturday night, and the Poisonous Crew. 9 o'clock at Third Shooting, Alton, a $5 cover.
Little hair rock.
It is.
Little hair jam going on there. Poison and Motley Crue cover band, Poisonous Crew.
Right.
And that's the Third Shooting Alton. Don't get confused and go to the one in Grafton or the one in West Alton, because there are a lot of third shoots now. Three third shoots. That's 33. Now we're getting down to some Illuminati stuff. I'm just saying.
The Mad Bailey's 7 to 10 at the Lodge at Lovejoy in Alton on Saturday. Nate Sickmeyer and Company 2 to 6, and Generation X 7:30 to 11:30 at
That was
Fast
Billy
Eddie's.
Idol's first band, Generation X. Is that who's playing down there?
No one goes by copyrights anymore. You should
Okay.
know that. You've hung
All
around
right,
me
just
long
checking.
enough, right?
Just checking.
How many Cottonmouths you've heard of, right?
At least 85.
And we own the trademark, so I mean,
yeah.
you can't get more legal.
Yeah, there you go.
How many
Tripwire.
How many times have you had Cottonmouth?
I got
Yeah.
it right now. I'm so
too.
dry. I got cotton in my mouth.
We should get paid for every time someone gets Cottonmouth, I think.
Yeah. I should get paid every time someone says the word sandwich. I don't know.
No one's getting paid though. That's the problem.
Not me. Anyway, what else we got going on here? We got the Mad Bailey's going on 7 to
We did
10
that already.
p.m. Did we? Okay.
Yeah, remember we were talking about Billy Idol all of a sudden. Tripwire, 6 to 10 at Chubby's and Alton, right? The Sean and Mike show, 7 o'clock at Baker's and Hale.
I've seen that show. They're good.
Sit down and get down, 7 o'clock at Clifton Terrace Inn in Godfrey. What else? Lester and Floyd, 4 o'clock in Gypsy Soul, 9 o'clock at the Pump House in Wood River. DJ Trico at the Franchise at 10. 5 Point Plan, 8 o'clock at Martin's Tunes and Eats in Wood River. They're keeping up the tunes. That's good.
Yeah.
Little known fact, and the Lowdown, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. at the Refinery Bar in Wood River. Drew Schaefer, 7 to 10 at George's Local Brew in Jerseyville. Mo Pleasure, 3 to 7 at Grafton Winery. Roaming Home, 6 o'clock at the Hawg Pit in Grafton. Dan Grover, 12 to 3 at Mesa Blues, 3 to 7 at Aeries in Grafton on Saturday. Midnight Special back at Doit's for Friday and Saturday night. Down and Dirty, 9:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. at Patrick's in Granite. Here you go, Hotel California.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
an Eagles tribute. 2 shows at the Wild East Theater on Saturday, one at 3 and the other at 8. No.
Dang right. Who's going to sing the Timothy B. Schmidt part? Whoever it is going to do.
Jason Gordon.
I mean, he can do it.
Right.
There you go.
Money Shot, 8 o'clock at Wiggler's in Holiday Shores in Edwardsville. Lanny and Julie, 2 o'clock at the Foundry in Edwardsville. Mike Keller, 5 to 8 at the Stagger Inn in Edwardsville. Scott Marlin, 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Bobby and Jimmy Rollins, 8 o'clock at the Red Bar in Collinsville. The Double Wide Duo, 6 o'clock at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. The Trag Band up at Wild Pickens from 6 to 10 in Chesterfield. And Hicktown down in Troy at Timeout Sports Bar. Colossal Wreck, 9 o'clock at the Corner Keg in Highland, and Jay Christopher up in Hillsboro, 6:30 to 10 at the Canton Inn. Shotgun Creek in Belleville at 7 o'clock at the Silver Creek Saloon, and Grand Band and Breeze. That's a road trip for Grand Band. Turf Bar and Breeze. And then right across the river, Roger and the Neen House to wrap up Saturday, 6 to 10 at Long Shot Saloon in Portage Day.
There you go, man. That is a lot going on in our little river community.
We don't
here.
have time for Sunday.
Yeah, that's all right. If you want to know what's going on Sunday, just go to cottonmouth.org, and you can check out what is happening all around town. Dennis keeps that not only updated, but keeps all the links pretty current, so you can click on those and find out more about those places. If you're a band and you want to play in these places, click on them links. Get you a gig. If you're a venue owner and you want one of these bands, click on the link. Get you a band.
There's a whole list of venues on there. As you keep scrolling down, all the venues we talk about, there are links to that. There are links to all the bands we talk about. A little bit on, breaking them down into original and covers a little bit. So you can, if you're looking for a band, you know what you're looking for there.
There you go. We are just trying to keep people connected and get people connected. So there you go.
You can find all our shows on there. We do shows. This is called a show. And I think we're at the end of that rope.
I think we hit the end of that rope 6 years ago when we started. So, big thanks to the guys from Channel 3, Andy, Joe, and Jeff over there.
Thank you, guys.
And
no thanks to Eric Hornetoad.
No thanks to Eric Hornetoad. That dirty little so-and-so. I can't wait to see him in his leather pants.
Or the rest of
We're gonna see him in
Stubblefield.
about 5 minutes. We got rehearsal.
No, he'll be late. He's always late.
Yeah, but you won't get to see him in his leather pants because every time I played with him, he didn't wear pants to rehearsal.
Oh, yeah.
All Donald
He's also
Duck, just
my
a
next
shirt,
door
a hat,
neighbor,
nothing
so I
else.
don't even know all that.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks again to all the guys from Channel 3. Get out and see them on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving at the Owls Club. And those tickets are how much?
I think it's
$10.
$10, and all of the proceeds of that are going to the 5A's. So you're supporting a good cause, and it's going to be a heck of a good time. And we'll all be there. So I know it'll be a party, right?
It'll be a hoot.
There you go.
Hey,
It'll be a hoot. It will be a hoot.
Little joke there, huh? Funny stuff.
That's good stuff there. So.
I want to do one plug if I can.
We're all up. Shameless plugs is what the show's built on.
Stubblefield Band will be playing at Martin's Tune and Eats on the 20th, the Saturday before that Wednesday on the 24th that we're all playing. So the 20th of November at Martin's Tunes and Eats.
And where is that?
It's the old Chico's.
It's the old
down in
Chico's
Wood
down
River.
there. Mm-hmm. Yes,
right by King Louis. If you've ever had a King Louis burger, you're in the right area right there.
I like going down there on Sundays with Kenny McPeak and doing the open mic, and I'm going to tell you, man, the people down there in that bar like to have a good time.
That's
and
right.
listen to music. They get nice and loud for you, so you'll enjoy that one, Joe.
Yes, I will. Looking forward to it.
A moment of honesty. How many times you pull into King Louis and just pull out with a tray still connected to your car? I mean, I'm just saying, you probably still got some mugs sitting at home in your cabinet.
I've got mugs from everywhere.
Right. You got a mug, all right. There we go. Hey, big thanks again to Channel 3 for being here. Big thanks to Halpin Music Company and Macias Insurance agent Matt Van Voorhis for sponsoring the show for so many years, letting us come in here and jack around like this every Thursday night and letting us inform you of what is happening in your Little Riverbend community, our Little Riverbend community. So thanks to all you for listening. Everybody get out and support local music and art.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.